Wonderful morning to you out there. It's really good to have you join us on the Break It On Papers Review this wonderful Saturday morning. And of course, my name is GBOLABO, famous call. We'll be looking at some of the dailies here, the front pages of some of the national dailies here in Nigeria. And of course, we have the Punch newspaper, the Nation newspaper, the Guardian, and a host of other papers here for review. All right, we start off with the Punch newspaper this morning. Nigerians must go how Ghana's business rules, landlord actions trigger xenophobic fear. I stopped corrupt colleagues from killing traveler with cash-filled bag. That's according to retired DSP. Fatal lullaby, scary tales of Nigerian mothers soothing babies with alcoholic drinks. Striking nurses to consider federal government offer today. Cleric seeks ban on elected politicians' defection. Ajayi Ochonogo Olatoye shine at EFN national trials. So 𝐃𝐈𝐒's new action film premieres in style. That's a bit of lifestyle. Ondo Varsity alumni decry students killing in host community. Police arrest 24 armed robbery suspects in Niger. How we killed nurse child in Abuja school after collecting ransom. That's according to suspect. Fire raises properties worth millions in Ogbomosho. 7 abducted Ondo farmers regain freedom. All of these are some of the headlines here out of the Punch newspaper. And before we leave the paper, a bit of business. Rent gulp 70% of household income. That's according to a special report. All of this is what you find here this morning on the front page of the Punch newspaper. Also look at the Daily Post this morning. There are also a number of headlines there out of the Daily Post news engine. In case you're just joining us, this is the Break It On Papers Review from your Laughter Dive 32 FM 94.9, and we are taking headlines. PDP has been bought by APC. That's according to Dino Melaye. 2027 counters out of defection plans concerned Enugu PDP stakeholders. Osun 2026, a delegate debunks rumors of defection to ADC. Resident flee as gunmen attack to Donga community in Benue. Nigerian nurses suspend nationwide strike. And more here on the Daily Post. Armed forces re-evaluating strategies to prevent bandit attacks in Plateau State. Chief of Defense Staff speaking. NOA raises alarm on circulation of fake currency in 𝐾𝐈𝐒. NOA raises alarm on circulation of fake currency in 𝐾𝐈𝐒. Adamawa Deputy Governor heads committee to review Yola flood. NYSC advocates better welfare packages for core members in Edo. Troops eliminate top terror commanders, rescue 134 victims in July. That's according to DHQ. And this says Abia plans monthly stipends for NYSC members and state institutions. Atiku working to rescue Nigeria from APC's satanic manifestation. That is coming from Dino Melaye. And we take a couple more here from the Daily Post. And this says replacing Shatima as VP will affect Tinubu's chances in 2027. APC Northern Youth saying that Naira begins August flat against the dollar. All of these are some of the headlines here out of the Daily Post this morning. All right, look at the Nation. We have this one. INEC sets August 18 for nationwide veto registration ahead of 2027 elections. And this says Ondo farmers regain freedom 5 days after abduction. Trump imposes new 15% tariff for Nigeria. Orders. And we have this one. Tinubu Lord's religious harmony, peaceful coexistence in Lagos. Nido Africa commences continental trade of made in Nigeria product services. ABGA APC clash over removal of billboards in Anambra. And of course, NYSC urges infrastructural upgrade in Anambra camp. And those are the headlines here from the Nation newspaper this morning. We take a look at the cable. The cable too has some headlines, and this says Nigeria's Egusi seed sent to space for historic study and adaptation. Nigeria's Egusi seed sent to space for historic study on adaptation. Dangote Refinery appoints David Bird, ex-Shell executive as CEO. And this says a bit of extra news. PDP is a department in APC. They fix ENEC meetings from Aso Villa, says Dino Melaye. And of course, still here on the cable NG Adeleke, I'm not joining ADC. No alliance needed to win big in 2026. Mahama to Tinubu, no xenophobia in Ghana. Nigerians are protected. And this says Bianca meets Mahama. Even Nigerians must go protest in Ghana. Kemi Badenoch, I don't identify with Nigeria anymore. UK is now home. Trump deploys nuclear submarines after provocative remarks by ex-Russian president. Tinubu to social media influencers, don't divide Nigeria, verify before you amplify. And Nurses Union counters federal government claim and says strike still on. Had it have done more if not for economic situation, Ibori donate 100 million naira to Igbenedon Varsity. And still taking headlines there out of the cable, Obi forwards national honors for politicians, says entrepreneurs deserve GCFR GCON. All of that are the headlines there out of the cable this morning. Let's also look at the Guardian and pick up some headlines too out of the Guardian newspaper this morning. And on the Guardian, top in the stories from the Guardian this morning, Guardian Nigeria here, and of course we see taking headlines out of the national dailies here on the Breaking On Papers review, and here on the Guardian we have this one: by identity I'm not really Nigerian. That's what Kemi Badenoch says. Nurses have suspended strike, health minister. Victory gifts Falcons coach Madugu house 50 million naira. All right, more here says Kanu sues Omokiri 60 billion naira for alleged malicious, reckless publication. And Trump orders firing of U.S. official as cracks emerge in jobs market. And still here on the Guardian front page, we have this one: Niger deprioritize security welfare of core members, says Bago. And striking nurses insists 7-day action not suspended. IPAC hails ECHO-NEC mission, reaffirms commitment to electoral reforms. Adibe Nwafo claims ADC a Boeing chairmanship. Africa needs 3 trillion naira to meet climate goals. That's according to AU. And of course, still the Breaking On Papers review. We have Austin Idumu already standing by for us to do the analysis proper this morning. Austin, it's great to have you back.
GBOLABO, good morning and thank you for having me.
All right, Austin. Let's take a look at this Nigeria must go from Ghana. And of course, that appears to be one screaming headlines and virtually all the dailies this morning. Looking at the way the Punch newspaper captured it, Nigerians must go, how Ghana's business rules, landlords action trigger xenophobic fear. Austin, this is not new in Africa, and obviously it's showing that Africa are not united in terms of accepting one another. We saw this happen in South Africa, and there is a repeat in Ghana, and it's been like that for a while, but this actually spill over with them outrightly telling Nigerians to leave and they should not get Ghana passport. Now, what do we have to say here? What happens to our diplomatic policy, foreign affairs policy that we've shared with Ghana for a very long time before now?
Yeah, I think it's becoming too reoccurring, a situation where we pride ourselves as the giant of Africa, and we have smaller African countries expressing disdain over our nationality. I think there should be more engagements on the issue of bilateral arrangements, diplomatic arrangements. On this matter, I think the Nigerian government has acted proactively. The situation is actively under control. Nigerians are hardworking. We are a blessed people. God created Nigerians specially, and Nigeria is the pride of humanity. They survive anywhere they are. You know, it's a conversation that we really have to be proud of. No matter how difficult a situation is, Nigerians will find a way to survive. And because we are so hardworking, we have this tenacious spirit, and people feel that, things are easy for them. Look at in terms of immigration all over the world. Nigerians constitute larger percentage of immigration in terms of immigrants in some other countries of the world. And at the end of the day, people may tend to believe that we want to take over their job. And it is not so. It is because we are hardworking. We are industrious. We are people who can fend for ourselves. We are people who can bring out the best in every of our situation. So those in Ghana, for example, if you cannot work, you cannot do business, and you have people that are doing it legitimately. We must emphasize the word legitimately. So you can't come up with a xenophobic and a generic onslaught against our people. If there are criminals, you identify them and deal with them in accordance with the law. We have citizens of other countries that were recently convicted in Nigeria. We can't make a blanket statement that because some people were convicted for various crimes, and we now tag the generality of that population as corrupt people or as evil or wicked people. So for me, the government is handling it. The Ghana president has spoken that they are going to deal with the situation. In terms of taking their job, taking over their businesses, I think they should have a way to do. If you are lazing around, you cannot work, and you see Nigerians who are enterprising, who are industrious, there is nothing that you can do. There is nothing an average Nigerian set out their mind to do that they will not achieve success. Whether they are consistent and they are sustained, they maintain sustainability as far as it is concerned. So, of course, the headline is saying that there are the suspected landlord began to become hostile. Businesses became hostile to them. They were increasing house rent at will. I hope those people participated in this protest, they understand the story of Ghana must go. I think they have to be very careful. They cannot withstand Nigeria, and they cannot contain Nigeria. So if we start our own, which I pray to not degenerate into that, they may not be able to contend with it. So Nigerians should be law-abiding wherever we find ourselves. For those other countries, if you identify those bad eggs, you deal with them in accordance with your law. Don't protest that people have taken over your job. You cannot work, and Nigerians are working. Nigerians can do anything legitimate to make money. If it is legitimate, I see nothing bad in it.
All right, Austin. By identity, I'm not really Nigerian. 𝐃𝐈𝐒 speaking. And a recent post, if you see what she's been posting about Nigeria, and she said that the UK is not an hotel where Nigerians or other nationals can come to claim asylum or stay over, but she still has Nigerian identity. But now she's come out clear to say she doesn't identify with Nigeria, even though she has a background here. And would we see that a 𝐃𝐈𝐒 is having an issue with assimilation pressure, where she wants to fit into a host society? Or would we see that this could be a sort of a negative stereotype at the end of the day, that people have a wrong perception about Nigeria in terms of how Nigerian nationals go out there and deny the country itself?
You know, one of the good things about this situation of 𝐃𝐈𝐒 is that for every 𝐃𝐈𝐒, we have other 10 Nigerians who are making Nigerians proud. That's the truth of the matter. We have Nigerians across the country, across the world, that are doing fantastically well. A lot. Is it in Canada? Is it even in America? Is it even in the UK? We have the best of the best in engineering, in science, in mathematics, and what have you, that are making Nigeria proud. So 𝐃𝐈𝐒 should be technically ignored. Last, that all of this denial with Nigeria, whipping up immigration sentiment just to feel like the people of the West, just to feel like, a lot of people want to whip up sentiment to ride on immigration to power. Last, she may not even emerge as the British Prime Minister. Go and write it down, because she has committed a lot of blunder, even in terms of facts and for whatever stuff. You understand? So you don't bring your country down. You have a ties with Nigeria. You said Nigeria has happened to you since a lot of things happened to you while you were in Nigeria. The same thing also happened to you and I, GBOLABO. That does not mean that we should deny our country hope. Whatever that will make me to deny Nigeria, may that thing not happen to me. Nigerians are good people. We are industrious, like I said earlier, and we are always proud of our country. And there's no place like home. So if 𝐾𝐈𝐒 says that, okay, she's cutting ties with Nigeria, we have other members of parliament in the UK who are Nigerians, even in their countries and what have you. That's the truth of the matter. So for me, I think all of this should be disregarded. This was the same way Donald Trump rose to power, talking about immigration, American first. Today now the whole world is shaking. Americans are regretting. Donald Trump is destabilizing the whole world. He took over in January. This is August 2nd. To so many people across the world, it's like Donald Trump has ruled for 20 years because his reign has brought terror and unbearable economic policies and what have you. Why? Because he deceived the people through immigration. They thought it was real. He rode on lie to power. The results are there now. I understand that some people are making Donald Trump their role model. And I begin to wonder, do they know, they don't know what international politics is? Do they know what politics is talking about in the global scene, even as we talk now? So for me, Kemi Adeosun, whatever she believes, whatever the case may be, she is not the worst affected by the Nigerian scenario. We have had those who are worse hit by Nigerian situation in the past. They got into the international scene and they excel. Look at the Super Falcons, those girls that just won medal. We have a medical doctor who was playing for Nigeria. So what else can you expect? We have another one who was also a citizen of another country, but she gave up that other country to play for her ancestral country. So who is Kemi Adeosun, for example? So like I said earlier, for one Kemi Adeosun, we have other 10 positive Nigeria who want to identify Nigeria, who are making Nigerian proud. So for me, it's like good riddance to bad rubbish.
All right, Austin. Nigerian nurses suspend nationwide strike, and that's the news out there. But the nurses have come back to say that that's a lie and that the strike is still very much on. Would we say this is part of political optics here? And of course, generating unnecessary propaganda. Now, look at also the issue of legitimacy. Does it also make the government, in a way, manipulative some sort, and the trust in the citizen itself? Do you think it has been eroded by some of this development?
Well, there's nothing like propaganda and there's nothing like manipulation. If you understand what has happened, there was a closed-door meeting between the union team and the federal government led by the Minister of Health, Professor Ali Pate, a world-acclaimed health professional. Is renowned all over the world. So it's not just a man that is working for the government of Nigeria. He has his honors, he has his respect cut across for him. So I was surprised when the nurses, when they didn't take action and they had to go on strike. You know, I said it in my earlier commentary during the week that this was one of the right appointments that the president has made in the person of Ali Pate. Having said that, after that meeting, the nurses and the government side, they reached a compromise. They agreed to call off the strike, but it was not in the position of the minister to now come out and address the press that we have called off the strike. You are not the one that called for the strike in the first instance. That is the point the union is making. The union did not say that they didn't agree to call off the strike, but they said, because normally when you meet with union leader, you present your demand. Even if they agree, they have to still go back to their next meeting. They have to officially call off the strike at their next meeting after a consensus, because it was that next meeting of that union that declared the strike, because the NEC is the highest decision-making body of any organization, maybe affiliate union, maybe political party, or what have you. So in my assessment, Ali Pate was wrong. Maybe was excited that they had fruitful deliberation and the strike had been called off. Yes, the strike had been called off, but it was not, Ali Pate is not in the position to make official announcement, because he was not the one that make announcement to comment the strike. So that is where I think the dichotomy is. Of course, the nurses have said that they are going to meet today, and by the end of the today, after their next meeting, they will now communicate with Nigerians. So it should have been allowed, the minister should have given a little time to them to report back to their neck and officially call off the strike, rather than just addressing the press that the strike has been called off. That was unnecessary as far as I'm concerned.
All right, Austin. FEC approves 900 billion naira for rehabilitation of Lagos Port Harcourt airports. And now, if you look at this humongous amount of money, the auditing process is always the issue with Nigerians and how these monies are generated, because at the end of the day, you find out that the government would see that several amount has been borrowed and lifted from outside. Now, Austin, how do we address this issue of project plans in Nigeria and being transparent in terms of expenditure here?
Yeah, I think we need to follow the money. We really have to always follow the money. We need to remodel our airports. We need to really work on our airport. I think an incident happened at Abuja airport last week or 2 weeks about that an international carrier had to offload people from their plane because a particular section of the runway has been ditched. There was a big hole at a particular section, so they had to condole it up. So for a big airplane that had to taxi for a longer period of stretch, they couldn't take off. They had to offload so as to be able to take off. So we need a whole lot of resources into our airports to remodel them and make them of international standard. Like you have said, the issue of accountability is very, very important. That is why the people have to follow the money, and those that have been entrusted with this money have to be very transparent, very open, and let us get value for money. Of course, the one that happened at Muritala Mohammed, we have been able to get something out of that. It is seemingly better now for those who travel frequently through that particular international section. Is now very much upgraded from what it used to be. So we can follow the money and ensure that the purpose is not defeated through corruption at the end of the day.
All right, Austin. A cleric here says a 6 ban on elected politicians' defection. Now, would we say that this is the right thing to do, to ask for? If you look at democratic stability, party integrity, and of course, political accountability, now, is it not part of democracy for people to move from one party to another? Should we have an outright ban here?
The outright ban cannot work. That is not possible. We can do something about it because the proliferation is becoming too high. There are some politicians in Nigeria, they have the tradition of not staying in one party for 4 years. Once they are in that party, they lose election. Before the next cycle of election, they move, and people begin to move with them. But the problem is also our fault, because at times when some people cross carpet, we come to the radio, the television to demonize them as if it was a sin. So that's the reason why a pastor could be proposing that, oh, let us place a sweeping ban on them. Some of us, if some people cross carpet and we like the party they move to, we tend to celebrate them. We learn to downplay the issue of defection. But when those that we don't like, or when we think that there's a party people should not go to, when people go there, we start demonizing them. It's their fundamental human right. They have the right to move. But the problem with our own movement is that the lack of ideology has made it very much possible for people to move. What I think we should do something about is that if you are carrying the mandate of a political party and you want to leave that party, it makes sense to resign that particular mandate, relinquish that mandate, go to your new party and contest election if you think you are popular. But that will take a lot of legislation. And you know, lawmakers are the greatest culprits as far as cross-carpeting is concerned. And there is a saying in politics that no legislator can legislate itself out of office. So it's a tall order. I don't see that happening, because those that cross-carpet the most in Nigerian politics are lawmakers. Once they are not sure of getting the ticket of their party for the next election, they look for a place to go to. And cross-carpeting has also made some people to become to amount to something in politics. There are some people, if they didn't leave their party, there's no way they could have hold the elective position in Nigeria. We have a lot of them like that. There are some people, they be contesting, they didn't get what they want, they have to move. Once in a while, it does happen. But taking the mandates of your party to another party if there's a way we can work on that, I think it makes sense. But a sweeping ban, that cannot work in a democratic setting.
All right, Austin. We also have this one. PDP is a department in APC. They fix neck meetings from Asavila, says Dino Milai. These allegations coming from Dino Milai. But then taking this with a pinch of salt, would we now see that because we do know that political parties are more or less like pillars of democracy, would we say that this is part of why we have institutional weakness in Nigeria that we've talked about over time?
Well, I do not think I really understand what you mean, but let me talk about Dino Melaye. They always give excuse to leave PDP. When they left in 2013, this was the same excuse that they gave. Now they left again, they got into power, they went back to PDP again. Today they lost power, they are running back to another party again. This party that they are going to now, if there is anything tomorrow, they will come to the TV to tell us another thing. So that's the character of an average Nigerian politician. They will always give excuse, and some of their excuse will amount to giving the dog a bad name in order to hang it. If everybody now leave the PDP, who will build the PDP? And mind you, some of these guys that are leaving, they are coming back. Because some of them, this is not the first time they will be leaving PDP. We have had some of them who have left the PDP more than 2-3 times. That's the way they do. And that is the sentiment that pastor or that cleric was trying to come up with, that let us place a ban on people that are cross-carpeting. When you have a situation like this, when people at least stay in one party, they merry-go round, and at the end of the day, they will tell you that they are the messiah. They want to rescue the country, those who have contributed to bringing the country down. So if people like Dino Melaye talk, what do you expect? Wherever they go to, they defend their opinion, they defend their action. So he's free to go to wherever he wants to go to. But the truth of the matter is that this was the way they destroyed the PDP. They were constantly leaving the PDP, and they left PDP for some people. These people that they left PDP for were spending their money to build the party. They were building their party to a level that they now become so entitled. This was what destroyed the PDP.
All right.
If not that these guys are always leaving the party.
Exactly the question. I'm sorry, Austin, to have bought in, but that's exactly the question I was asking. Institutional weakness. Now, if you have this happen, how do they have the strength for a political party to remain if these allegations are true, for instance?
This allegation is baseless, that APC is the one fixing neck meeting for PDP. Does he have his evidence? This allegation is baseless. They always look for excuse to leave the party. How many times has Dino Melaye left the PDP? His principal that is going to meet in wherever party is going to, how many times have he left the PDP? These allegations are baseless. Let these guys stay in their party to build their party, rather than bringing allegations here and there. Let them stay in their party to build their party. Build your party. Make your party strong enough to win election. Cross-carpeting weakens political party. So for me, it's just like baseless allegation until and unless it's able to provide evidence that is the presidency that is fixing the neck meeting for the PDP. When they left in 2013, was that the reason too? When somebody that was always going from APC to PDP, from PDP to the other party, if he wants to get the ticket, he will run there. Once he didn't get the ticket, he will run back. At that time, he will run again. Was it also the same situation? So for me, this allegation are baseless. If they are strong enough, they think they are popular, let them stay in their party to build their party.
All right, Austin, we have to go on this break. What about now? When we do come back, we'll have more on the Break It On Papers review. Please do stay with us.
Feel better about your life.
32 FM, 94.9, the antidote to depression.
Start your day and have a good time. 𝐃𝐈𝐒 where you need to have the break time. 𝐃𝐈𝐒 it's not tea, but margarita. 𝐃𝐈𝐒
Ibadan, are you ready for a delicious celebration of culture?
Let's try this. Ibadan, are you ready for a mouth-watering time with the city's favorite dish?
Hey, Ibadan, 32 FM Amala Fest is here. Join over 1,000 people under one canopy, savoring hot abula prepared by your favorite vendors. Enjoy sweet music, hilarious comedy, and a serene atmosphere.
Get ready for exciting amala competitions, including smoothest amala preparation, fastest hot amala eaters, most wraps of amala eating. There are many gifts to be won.
Mark your calendars. Date, Saturday, August 23rd, 2025. Time, 2 p.m. Venue, Recreation Club, Open Field, Sabo area, Adamasigba, Ibadan. Ticket, 2,000 naira only. Includes a hot plate of amala, drinks, and more.
Grab your tickets and participation forms at 32FM 4th floor Cocoa House, Dugbe, Ibadan. BB Ray Canteen, Okeado, 𝐒𝐈𝐒 Food Canteen, Ijokodo, Adala, Baremu, Ibadan. Call Bingpe on 0806 218 5194. Captain P2 0802 258 8193.
Amala Festival is proudly sponsored by Regal Dry Gin, Terra Seasoning Cube, and partnered by BB Ray and 𝐒𝐈𝐒. Don't miss it.
ọ̀rẹ́ mi tí ń bẹ nílùú òyìnbó sọ pé àwọn máa ń ra ẹlẹtíróníìksì wọ́n sì máa sanwó ẹ̀ díẹ̀díẹ̀ bí wọ́n ti ń gbowó lẹ́nu iṣẹ́ ṣùgbọ́n ní nàìjíríà wa yìí ó máa gba 20,000 naira wọ́n sì máa retí pé kó kó 500,000 naira wà lẹ́ẹ̀kan náà láti fi ra nǹkan bó bá fẹ́ ra tv náà ó máa towó jọ bí ẹni dọ́jọ́ ìgbéyàwó sọ́nà.
àlàyé farabalẹ̀ ṣó o tí ì gbọ́ nípa CDK ni.
ó dé o CDK kí ni.
níbẹ̀ lèmi ti ra fóònù ọwọ́ mi tó ń wò yìí fìríìjì washing machine home theatre tí mo sì ń sanwó díẹ̀díẹ̀ kódà kò ní owó èlé kankan iye tán sì ń tà lọ́jà gan-an onímúra.
irọ́ o ṣé lóòótọ́ wọn ò fowó kankan kún kẹ̀.
ọ̀rẹ́ wa n ò fowó kankan kún kódà gbogbo àwọn nǹkan tí mo rà lọ́dọ̀ wọn ni wọ́n ti gbé fún mi tí ì sì tí ì sanwó mi tán tí mò ń sanwó mi díẹ̀díẹ̀. ọ̀rẹ́ wa kí ló dé tó ń yọra rẹ lẹ́nu ǹjẹ́ ló mọ̀ pé pẹ̀lú CDK o lè ra àwọn nǹkan èlò inú ilé tó sì máa sanwó díẹ̀díẹ̀.
download CDK báyìí lórí Google Play Store tàbí App Store.
CDK, making life easier.
jẹ́ 20,000 naira lójoojúmọ́ pẹ̀lú Coco Box àti 32 FM. ìkànnì 32 FM 94.9 pẹ̀lú àjọṣepọ̀ iléeṣẹ́ Coco Box ní ó fi àǹfààní 20,000 naira fún wa láti máa jẹ lójoojúmọ́ pẹ̀lú 500 naira. bó o lẹ́ẹ̀tì ṣe jẹ́ àkọ́kọ́ ẹ lọ tẹ *347*253# lórí ẹ̀rọ ìbáraẹnisọ̀rọ̀ yín èyíkéyìí nẹ́tíwọ̀kì tẹ́ bá ń lò ẹ fi iye ìgbà tẹ́ ẹ fẹ́ tà sí. wọ́n send account number tẹ́ ẹ lè lò lẹ́ẹ̀kan péré sí yín. ẹ sanwó pẹ̀lú backup yín USSD àbí kẹ́ ẹ ṣàbẹ̀wò sí POS tó súnmọ́dọ̀ yín yẹn pẹ̀lú account number tó ti wà lọ́wọ́ yín. èyí ṣe pàtàkì ìṣẹ́jú díẹ̀ péré ni account number ń fi lè ṣiṣẹ́ ó sì wà fẹ́yìí tẹ́ ẹ ta yẹn nìkan. bẹ́ẹ̀ bá kọ̀ láti sanwó sórí account number wọn yóò ṣàdínàgbò òkú fún yín látún ti ta lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí. bẹ́ẹ̀ ti ṣe ta tó pọ̀ sí ni àǹfààní ṣe wà ń bẹ̀ fún yín láti jẹ. aago 9 àbọ̀ lówùrọ̀ aago 2 ọ̀sán aago 3 àtàago 5 ìrọ̀lẹ́ látọjọ́ ajé Monday sọ́jọ́ ẹtì ọjọ́ Jímọ̀ náà máa yí koto. ní gbogbo ọ̀sẹ̀ọ̀sẹ̀ èèyàn 22 ni yóò máa gbógun ẹgbẹ̀rún 20,000 naira. èèyàn 8 ni yóò máa gbógun ẹgbẹ̀rún lójoojúmọ́. èèyàn 3 ni yóò máa gbọ́gọ́rùn ẹgbẹ̀rún 100,000 naira lọ́jọ́ ẹtì ọjọ́ Jímọ̀. ẹ̀yin náà bẹ̀rẹ̀ báyìí kẹ́tẹ̀ *347*253# kẹ́ẹ̀fì 500 naira péré gbàgbẹ́mù lórí Coco Box. Coco Box àti 32 FM ó ti pọ̀ jù.
I'm in love, Sonia tomato mix, stand up. Is it to open? Is it to squeeze? Is it to scoop and is it to stir? Dishes come alive with so much taste. Sonia tomato mix, of course. Sonia tomato mix, yes sir. Sonia tomato mix, stand up pouch.
Sonia tomato mix in a new stand-up pouch.
So much in love.
Golden penny pasta, what's your reason?
What's your reason, oh?
Everybody gather round. Come and hear the news in town. From the kitchen to my heart, every single body's a thrill. With every bowl I share, I find more reasons.
There are more reasons to love Golden Penny pasta, enriched with protein and fiber for you and your loved ones. Golden Penny pasta, great taste, good nutrition.
32 FM 94.9.
All right, you're welcome back. It's still the Breaking Down Papers review here on your Laughter Dial 32 FM 94.9. Austin, before we open the phone lines, I just want us to touch on this very quickly. And this is coming from Obi. Obi faults national honors for politicians, says entrepreneurs deserve GCFR and GCON. Can we depoliticize national honors in Nigeria, Austin? Given the fact that it's not all entrepreneurs in Nigeria that are ethical, there are some people who actually invade tax. Now, how much more do we take this? Suggestions?
Well, we might not be able to remove politics from it, because those who are in politics too, who are holding political offices, some of them have also excelled in their field, in their various field of endeavor. So they are individuals too. That somebody joined politics does not mean that that person has now become a demon. A lot of them have become like they've gotten to the peak of their career. So there are some of them who have done one or two things for the country before, and they need to be rewarded. You cannot, the only thing is that let merit prevail. If you have given awards, a national honor to a governor, for example, let it not because that governor is a governor and a member of your party. That should not be the yardstick alone. We must be able to have like a case note. What has the person done for the country? What can you point to? We have people who are civil liberty fighters, civil rights fighter in the country, people that are fighting for human rights. If such people now join politics tomorrow, will you now say because they have joined politics, if they merit national honor, we will not give them? It's not supposed to be so. But politics should not be the primary yardstick. I agree.
All right, it's really about time to open the phone lines, and the numbers are 070-550-949 or 080-97949 plus 234-9062-949. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. Yeah, this is John Olariwaju. I'm calling from Agbo.
All right, John.
The issue of Kenny bad blood. To me, I think the woman just wants to use Nigeria to get into the power, and she has forgotten that if you send your country today because of what you want to get, so the time is come that you will need that country. Maybe it might be too late for her. And therefore, what the Ghanaians are doing to Nigeria, I think Nigeria's leaders to wake up this time around. They too need to just try to do something that will make their country to be better. The way these people are just, because look at the kind of mogul money that we declared this morning, that they want to use it to just renovate our airport, billions of naira. I don't know how to justify this one. The rate they were just using the money to renovate it now, even from the government to the federal government. We need to condemn it totally. We don't need to say we want to monitor these things. This is too much. We are saying that we don't have money. Even I think the US even condemn this about this immoral money they were put into the project by the governors, and the federal government is doing the same thing. This thing needs to be condemned totally. Thank you. Good morning.
All right, thank you so much for that. The numbers again are 070-550-949 or 080-97949 plus 234-9062-949. And do remember, we're also live on Facebook in case you want to drop your comments there. That's 32FM 949. Fenya with double A's to drop your comment. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
It's Miriam from Odegari.
All right, Miriam.
Thank you. As regards the nurses' strike, it's affected at the masses, especially the less privileged ones. They cannot even afford private health care will suffer from it. And this is where our order leaders always prioritize the things that will benefit the masses, because I believe that their negligence in the first place led to the strike. I only hold our federal government to please answer them on time. Thank you. Good morning.
All right, thank you so much, Miriam. And of course, the numbers are still 070-550-949 or 080-97949. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, that platform.
Morning.
That is 07055,000. It's not reachable. 𝐒𝐈𝐒𝐿 is my name. I'm pitching public affairs analyst, Austin Jim, as well as you, GBOLABO. What are we saying this morning? My perspective, my belief, and my personal opinion. We never can tell our Messiah in 2027. I never regard anybody that can deliver us from this satanic administration where we are sinking to. I remove the message from the messenger. I'm reacting to Dino Melaye. It is true. We are devastated. We are sinking. Nobody to rescue us from that sinking we are. It is true. But I never take it to Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. I never take it to him. I believe in God. It is when we believe in what God can do. It is God. He is unchanging. The fact that he's unchanging can change all things. I never take the credit to any man. That's my perspective. Good morning, sir. Good morning.
All right, thank you so much, Ezekiel. And of course, on Facebook, we have Boluwatife. Demijumo says, good morning to you too. Kidnapping and ransom demands have become a disturbingly profitable industry in Nigeria. If left unchecked, the situation may deteriorate further. The federal government must take responsibility for ensuring national security. We also have Okediran Babatunde said, that's the opinion of Kemi Badenoch, and she is entitled to opinion. She denied Nigeria for a purpose. Hopefully, she will get it. For other Nigerians, but still proud of Nigeria, kudos to you. Kemi should know that if she can do this to Nigeria, the UK, she's claiming we think that she can do worse for them. All right, we'll take this one. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Alabo.
Good morning, sir.
My name is Ade from UI. I greet Augustine. You can see the reason why some countries are chasing Nigerians away. But if you want to be sincere with ourselves, it deserves it. I was watching TV yesterday. I was watching an online stuff yesterday. I saw how bandits were displaying the money ransom given to them. And I saw the one display about 150 from Safari that they are expecting ransom. About 6 law students were just rescued, paying several millions. That's number one. You see how the president wasting money on things, and you see how Nigerians are suffering. And you see so many things, even these bandits now, if they want to operate, they are looking for army barrack. That's where they believe they are safe. What about what is going on? So if countries that are building their own country, look at Ivory Coast, people were creeping on the road now to protest Kwasara that he must not be seen on the ballot. That is already 81. Tinubu is older than him, and Atiku too. But Nigerians are just looking at people like that. So Nigeria, the way we are doing, if we go to any country, we will destroy those countries. Any country that is serious, we will not allow Nigeria to be there, so that we will not want to see them kidnapping. And we will not want to see them terrorism. Nigeria is one of the countries disturbing the world now. Like Somalia in those days, Nigeria are taking over because of people we voted in 2015 to date. They said it, that they brought these people to cripple the Rwanda government. What is going on? And if somebody was the governor of Borno, so when some girls were kidnapped, that person now, GBOLABO. Nigeria is not a country, that's what it is.
All right, thank you so much, Ade. We have Fawale Femi says, I agree with the position of Austin on the comment of Kemi Badenoch. For just one denying Kemi denying connection with Nigeria, there are more than 1,000 Nigerians doing fine and vow to stand with Nigeria as a nation. Come rain, come sunshine. Good morning, Austin. And he's also saying good morning. Good morning to you too. Miriam Yetunde says, upgrading our airports to international standard will boost the economy and provide travelers with a better experience. I urge those in charge to ensure prudent utilization of funds allocated for this project. And we also have Oluwaseun Roth here says, good morning to you too. I hope the call of strike won't just be a newspaper as usual, but swing into action in meeting their demand, because the strike is causing a lot of bad than good. I would just employ the government to be serious to governance and finding lasting solution to the crisis surrounding the health sector, so that our doctors and nurses won't be finding greener pasture in other country. We have 𝐒𝐈𝐒𝐿 says, good morning to you too. Okay. We also have Honorable Akinkunmi Camille. The caller says, Dino Melaye, the man of the mahogany and Iroko tree for ours. Dino that was singing home, my home for PDP. Wherever Atiku goes, Dino will follow. He's a comedian, not a politician. Some Nigerians caused the issue in Ghana. When one man wants to build kingdom in Ghana, that's where the site started. All right. The numbers again are still 070 and 55949. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. And 08097,949. Do we still have the caller there? Plus 234 962,949. Hello, good morning. All right, we have Austin still with us doing the analysis proper. Again, the numbers are 08097,949 plus 234 962,949. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. All right, Austin, are you still there? Hello, Austin, can you hear me? All right.
Yes, I'm with you, GBOLABO.
All right. How do you react to some of the issues being brought up, especially with what Adi has said, that many Nigerians are the ones who are causing troubles, especially looking at some of the nefarious activities in some of these countries they go to as immigrants?
Yeah, that is why for our people, wherever we get to, we must behave ourselves in accordance with the law. If you make attempt to overreach or overdo, there will be resistance. The Ghanaians also complain about our people who are trying to build kingdom. Some of them want to install their own king and what have you. All of these things, as far as I'm concerned, they are not necessary. And even if they are necessary, let's do them according to what the law permits. Because you are not in your country, anything can happen. If you have made a lot of investment, you have made the place your home, and at the end of the day, you are chased out of the place, it will be more painful. But let them not also generalize the fact that all Nigerians are criminal. So that's my take.
All right, we do have another caller here. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, GBOLABO.
Good morning.
This is Ginga Mario calling from Apata.
All right,
good morning, Austin. God will bless you. Now, the thing is, let's look at Dino Melaye's deception. Who is Dino Melaye? Dino Melaye is just a politician that believes in fronting his assets. If you go to his stage, you see him just fronting his cars, his luxurious lifestyle. And you are here talking about good governance. And are we seeing it from Dino Melaye? So I think we don't need the set of Dino Melaye in our political edifice again. Because those are people that do not have the interest of the money that have. They are all about themselves. On this of Kemi Badenoch, I think we should not we should leave Kemi Badenoch on our own. Kemi Badenoch is a Yoruba that someone looking for what to do in Babel. But this one, he has done much more than that. So I think we just forget about Kemi Badenoch. And lastly, I want Austin to please do a conversation for me on this issue. Now, come 2027, did you think this government in Osun State, Adeleke, does Austin think he have an edge? Why is the PDP in contest or under PDP, or if he should go under APC, that's going to have an edge? I want you to please do the analysis for me. Thank you.
All right, Austin, we have just 30 seconds to leave the studios. Did you get what Binga Mario said?
Yeah, I didn't get it. I think he was talking about Adeleke.
Yes, whether or not he will make it if he leaves the PDP and goes to another political party here.
Yes, he wanted to leave the PDP. His destination is Osun State. They have disallowed him to join their party. The arrangement has been concluded. He has made attempt twice to officially announce his exit from the PDP into the APC.
I understand.
So that's the truth.
All right, we have to leave the studios right about now. We must say a big thank you to you, Austin, for doing this analysis proper for us. And those who called in, yes, and those who are still calling in, we also say a big thank you. And those who sent in their messages, a big thank you as well. That's too much we can take on the Break It On Papers review for this week. Join us again on Monday for another interesting edition. My name is GBOLABO. Famous Kolam Baba Fendo is up next. Please do stay with us.
The views and opinions